the Adventurous Joe Show. The Adventurous Joe himself, Joseph Michaels. Welcome everyone to this week's Adventurous Joe Show. I am your host as always, the Adventurous Joe, and we are less than 2 weeks away from the series finale, people. Woo! Unbelievable. Don't mind me, I am hot as hell right now because it's 80-some degrees here right now. Oh my god, and it's hotter than hell in here. Got the window open, got the freaking fan going. May have to install the air conditioning. Woo. Either way, that's okay for now. This week's review, show, sorry. Already screwing up this thing already. We've got our annual monthly Nerd Block and Unboxing and Review. And also, our video game review this week is on Little Big Planet 3. Was it any good? I'll tell you when it's time. Also, movie review of Get Hard. And no, that's not a sexual reference. It's a movie starring Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. And it is the most goofiest piece of shit ever created. And I'll tell you more about that one when it's time to review it. Also, Photographer of the Week is back, and we're talking about Dave Yang. Is it Dave Yang? David Yang, excuse me. No, it's Dave Yang. Sorry. Like I said, I'm screwing up already. And we're talking about Dave Yang photography, okay? For this week's segment. And also, our anime review, thanks to, which we're going to give a huge shout out to Cosplayer and one of our Cosplayers of the Week for this week and next inductee to the T.A.J.S Cosplayers Hall of Fame. Whew! Sorry. Shazumheim Cosplay recommended for our next anime review we check out The Future Diary. I checked it out and I loved it. I'll tell you more about that and the review and much more when it's time. And last but not least, we roll up the end of the show with our Cosplayer of the Week segment. Okay, so let's get started with our annual Nerd Block and Unboxing. Coming up next. The sky turns black, it don't matter. We know the sun is coming up. We feel so strong, it won't shatter. We were born to run. Welcome everyone to this week's Nerd Block and Unboxing and Review, and it's brought to you by none other than Nerd Block. For all your nerdy goodness every month in every box. Doesn't matter what your block is, whether it's classic nerd block, arcade block, horror block, and now the new comic block. They've also got junior blocks for the boys and for the little kiddies, you know, for the young boys and girls. This week, this month's is arcade block, okay? Well, it's pretty much what I subscribe to anyway and stuff, but I'm on block. I'm reviewing and unboxing this baby, okay? First off, we're gonna get started with that. Whew, good thing somebody cut this in advance. Look at that! Pac-Man salt and pepper pots. How cute is that? Seriously, how very cute is that? Little salt and pepper pots. Nice. Okay. What else we got? Oh! For all you Kingdom Hearts fans out there. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I know someone that's going to want this shirt, and God knows I'm not going to get to keep it. Also, what else we got? Oh, look at that. A little Skylander figure. How you like that? This one is Whirlwind. How cute is that? Little Skylander figures. I don't even have Skylander stuff in this thing. Hey, somebody's been in this. I may have to talk to somebody about that one. Okay. Also, we've got our arcade block, level 1, oh, excuse me, level up. I guess it's supposed to be a keychain? Arcade block exclusive. Okay. Everything with this 8-bit treasure. Backpacks, hoodies, magic keys, and more? Okay, so I guess it's supposed to be able to clip onto things. Okay. How cute is that? Nice. We've also got Video Games Live, Level 4. How you like that? It's a music CD. Donkey Kong Country, League of Legends, The Challengers, Final Fantasy. Oh, wow, this is interesting shit. Chrono Cross, World of Warcraft, Metal Gear Solid 3, Zelda's Lullaby. Oh my god. Resident Evil 5, Wind of Madness, Earthworm Jim, Bioshock. Ooh, interesting. Okay, what else we got? Sorry about that. Oh, look at that! Retro Video Game Magazine. How you like that? Look at that. Look at that. How neat is that? How you like that? Talking about retro games. And then talking about how Mortal Kombat's evolved all the way up into its 10th game. Wow. Unreal. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, here we go. The cheat code I want to use in real life, and they want you to write it on the card. My cheat code would be infinite money. Infinite money. Because you never can have enough of it. Seriously. When you gotta pay bills and all that shit, you never have enough money. Doesn't matter what you do. Okay, and we got the actual card that tells you everything you're supposed to get in this month's block. You got your Kingdom Hearts t-shirt, Skylanders figure, Video Games Live Level 4 music CD, treasure chest zipper pull, retro magazine, and the exclusive for this month is the Pac-Man salt and pepper shakers. How nice is that? Awesome stuff. Okay. So, you want to get in on this kind of nerdy goodness every month? We got the link down in the description to nerdblock.com. They've got classic nerd block, arcade block, which you've just seen me unbox, horror block, and now comic block. Oh, mamma mia. Which comes with 3 exclusive comic books of the current comic book runs that are out there today and stuff. An exclusive t-shirt, some other comic book related item, and so on and so forth, okay? How awesome is this? Seriously. They've also got Junior Block for the little boys and girls. Seriously, it's called Junior Block for a reason because it's just meant for the kids. How awesome is that? You want to get the whole family involved? Doesn't matter what genre you're in? Follow that link down below to nerdblock.com and let them know the Adventurous Joe shows Adventurous Joe himself sent ya. Okay, now, while we put all this stuff away, we're going to get ready for our video game review of Little Big Planet 3. Coming up next. Welcome everyone to this week's video game review, and it's on Little Big Planet 3. Now, the reason why I don't have the case in front of me or the game itself is because I rented it from GameFly. I plan on getting it for myself, maybe later, not sure, because after I do my review on this, I will tell you right now, it was not that exciting, okay? It's kind of like the same thing with the first 2 games and stuff, but this one kind of gets you a little more frustrated, and I will tell you why in just a moment. Little Big Planet 3 is basically, well, just like Little Big Planet. You play a little sock boy character and stuff, and going around with other little characters and stuff like that in the big world, okay? What we see as just normal and stuff like that, they're going around jumping on teapots and all that kind of stuff and knocking over plates to get up things and, you know, stuff like that. Okay, kind of like little ants of sorts, except they're like little dolls running around. Alright, either way, we're going to turn you over now to the gameplay footage and tell you more about the game. The Little Big Planet 3 is kind of fun, but at the same time, very frustrating. Because if you can't get certain things done right, it gets very frustrating with you. For instance, if your character was way up on this high thing and stuff, and it tells you, oh, wait a minute, you gotta flip this switch thing at the same time, this one's gotta be done, and your character has to jump all the way back down, and then you gotta climb back up. God help you if you play this game. Seriously, you need to have lots of focus, concentration. It's fun, but have fun doing it. Don't go mad over it. But my God, there's some things on there that will make you spit and sputter. Okay? The gameplay plays pretty much the same as it did with the first two games. You go around the great big world of the humans and stuff like that, knocking over teapots, doing all this kind of stuff, and without people noticing kind of thing. I mean, seriously, where are all the human beings in this when this is going on? I mean, seriously. Unbelievable gameplay. Okay, also, the co-op thing is kind of dumb, okay, because sometimes your character will fuck up things badly trying to do things with another person. Okay, playing another character. Or if the character is done by the computer, sometimes the AI don't respond perfectly. I mean, you tell the one guy that's with, the one little character that's with you, to do something, and they just stand there. And it's like, okay, this is starting to play out like one of those Lego games where I gotta switch back and forth characters. Ugh. It gets frustrating as hell. Okay? But Little Big Planet 3 is actually pretty fun to play if you're used to it and stuff. But if you're not used to that kind of thing where you're going to get frustrated to the point you want to throw your controller at the screen or something, which we highly advise don't doing, you'd break your TV. HD TVs these days are expensive. And not to mention, the gameplay itself is just pretty much the same as the other game, okay? Except for the drop-in, drop-out co-op thing. It just kind of gets a little frustrating as hell if your character doesn't do it right, if this character doesn't do it right, so on and so forth. The gameplay just gets ridiculously repetitive. And the boss battles, how do you fight anything without weapons? God help you in this thing. The only weapon they sometimes provide you with is that you jump on a thing and it launches like a thing of peas at somebody or something. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Unreal. Anyways, I'm going to move on to our final verdict now and tell you what I think about this. Alright people, final verdict for Little Big Planet 3. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Okay? It's very repetitive. It's just like the first two games. Okay, the only problem is the co-op thing, because it's got drop-in, drop-out co-op, but it gets ridiculous to do, because sometimes your character just doesn't want to cooperate with you, or the other character just does not want to cooperate. I'm like, God help you on this thing. And also, I'm going to give it a bit of a recommendation. Okay, you want to get it, have fun playing the multiplayer thing together and stuff, and try to do everything together and everything without getting frustrated as hell on your own, then I give it a recommendation. Okay, no high recommendation, nothing badass about it, so no badass seal of approval. I'm sorry on that one. But either way, my final verdict is an 8 out of 10. You want to try it out for yourself? Highly recommend you try it out for yourself. Also, I forgot to tell you, this week's segment of the video game review is brought to you by Gamefly.com. If you want to get in on some great video games and not have to spend out a whole ton of money to buy games that you're probably going to hate and want to return later to get your money back, go to Gamefly.com. Thousands of titles to choose from and lots of epic gameplay every month. I mean, seriously, they've got plans that range from 1 game out at a time, 2 games out at a time, all the way up to 4 games out at a time. All at different price ranges. Shipping and tax things don't apply to that pricing, however. So be aware of that when you do. Anyways, that's it for our video game review for this week. We're going on to now to our movie review of Get Hard. And once again, it's not a sexual reference. Coming up next. everyone, to this week's movie review, brought to you by Mad Max, coming out in theaters next Friday. Rated R. It's gonna be pretty good, I hope. I mean, there's no guarantees on these things anymore. Seriously, every time you go see a movie nowadays, there's no guarantees it's going to be good. Boy. Anyways. This week's movie review is on Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell Get Hard. Will Ferrell is being sent to prison, and he goes to Kevin Hart, who is so-calledly the prison expert, okay? He's been to prison before and stuff. He's an ex-con. He knows how it works and everything. And so he's trying to train Will Ferrell on everything he's going to face in prison. How not to become someone's bitch is the funniest thing ever. Trying to dress like you're one of the posse and stuff like that. I mean, seriously, God help you. The movie was not that spectacular, but the moments in it, like trying not to become someone's bitch when he's teaching him that and the other things, kind of funny, okay? But not that great of a film altogether. Either way, I will tell you right now, it was fun to watch, okay? It was a good movie to watch, but it's more of a rental than anything. I wouldn't waste money going to the theater again to see it or something like that. It's not that great of a film. Okay, it's funny. It's got some funny moments in it because Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell both are very good actors, very good comedians. They both do a fantastic job on their movies and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, come on, Will Ferrell in Talladega Nights, that was funny as fuck. Kevin Hart in the whole Think Like a Man films, too much. He's too much. I swear to God, he is way too much. Now, about last night, no, he was terrible in that one. I'm sorry to say it. Terrible role for him altogether. Either way, I'll tell you right now, it's okay of a film. It was directed by the Russo brothers and stuff, and so on and so forth. Okay, but at the same time, it's not that great, okay? It's funny, it's good to watch, but it's not that great of a film. It's not all that spectacular like the hype made it out to be and stuff, okay? But they did the same thing with that About Last Night remake. It just was not that great. It's terrible. Either way, my final verdict I'll give you right now is going to be at least an 8 out of 10, okay? Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell, props to you. I loved the film. It was good, but not that great of a film. I mean, it could have been better, okay? The comedian and the comical parts were funny, okay? They were funny and enjoyable. But the film itself was just plain ridiculous, terrible, somewhat boring at first, and very repetitive on things. I mean, it's like the, you know, reversal of fortune kind of thing. But either way, the film was okay. Final verdict is an 8 out of 10. Give it a recommendation to check it out. Solid rental at best. I mean, seriously, if you want to wait for it to come out on DVD or on your pay-per-view channel and rent it, buy it, whatever, that's it. You know, that's up to you. But as for the going to the theater and see it, don't waste your money on it. No, don't waste your money on going to see this film. Now, most of you have probably already seen it. That's how far behind I am on going to see movies and stuff. But if you have seen it, let us know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. That's what it's there for, people. Not to sit there spewing your vulgar crap or talking bad about my family or anything else in between. Just give us your opinion on the segments of the show. Don't sit there and do your stupid bashing the fuck out of things like my profile or anything else you want to think of, okay? Or like some of you have been doing the cosplayers of the week when they're female and stuff. I do not appreciate that crap, and neither do they, okay? Either way, that's it for our movie review for this week. We're going to move on now to our Photographer of the Week segment, returning now with Dave Yang Photography as our Photographer of the Week. Coming up next. Photographer of the Week. segment. Once again, back with a new photographer of the week. So far, we've talked about 3 different photographers of the week. We started the show off with Jerry Kramer photography. We then went on to Dave Love photography, and then Eurobeat Kasumi cosplay and photography. The guy behind this photography work is none other than Dave Yang. Now, the guy does an incredible, great job at everything he does. He's worked with several cosplayers of the week from our show. Stella Chu, Destiny Nicholson, Jessica Nigri, and I believe Yaya Han's in that mixture somewhere too as well. Either way, he does a fantastic job with all of his photography work. We're going to show you some of it now, and you be the judge. But come on, people, keep it clean, okay? No sitting there saying about how he's a terrible so-and-so or blah, 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 or how the cosplayers he takes pictures of are a bunch of blah, blah, blah. No, none of that will be tolerated in the comment section down below. Get it? Got it? Good. Same thing goes when it comes to the Cosplayer of the Week segments. You know the drill. Alright, check out some of his amazing works now. Give him big congrats. We've got his link down to his Facebook page down in the description. And that's it. We'll see you right afterwards. People, your photographer of the week for this week, Dave Yang Photography. Now, if you want to check out some more of his amazing works, follow the link down below to his official Facebook page. We've got it down in the description, and let him know the Adventurous Joe Show sent you. I told you all about him and so on and so forth, and go from there. He's done a fantastic job on all this stuff. And big props to our former cosplayers of the week, Stella Chu, Jessica Nigri, Destiny Nicholson, and so on and so forth. Okay, they all do fantastic work with him and stuff. When he takes their pictures and of them and their cosplays or certain cosplays and stuff like that, he does fantastic work with it all. Seriously, great job, Dave Yang. Alright, now, we're going to move on to our anime review for the week, and it is on The Future Diaries. Coming up next. She is the one that recommended this anime for us to review, and we have done so with great pleasure. Seriously, people, The Future Diary is beautifully well done. The right amount of gore, the right amount of suspense, action, romance, you name it, it's in it, seriously. Now, if you can look past a couple of the scenes where it, you know, about the, it's like flashback kind of shit, like a couple of the women that are future diary holders themselves and stuff, how they were sexually assaulted in the past and stuff like that. If you can look past that kind of stuff, it's actually a pretty damn good anime. And I'll tell you right now, Yuki and Yuno have become practically my favorite anime couple. Seriously. She starts off all sweet and innocent-like and stuff, but the minute you cross her or something like that, she just goes psychotic. Reminds me of one of my ex-girlfriends. Woo! Seriously, she goes freaking nutsoid. Well, not to spoil anything for you if you have not seen the anime, okay, but she's not who she appears to be, okay? She comes out as this sweet, lovable, all affectionate and stuff character towards Yuki, and Yuno is just like something wrong in her brain. Seriously, something wrong in her brain. I meant seriously something wrong in her brain. She goes like on a murder spree kind of thing, like a psychotic killer, you know, and it turns out in the anime itself you learn a lot more than you ever thought possible. And plus, the anime is funny as hell. It's got the grossness to it, it's got great action to it, and it's got an amazing story to it as well. But a bit confusing at first, because, you know, Yuki's just typing in his damn cell phone all the time and stuff in what he calls his diary, or of sorts. But it turns out his cell phone is none other than a future diary, which allows him to see things, read things that are going to happen and will happen, okay? Just like Yuno's diary allows her to keep tabs on Yuki, knowing where he's at all times, knowing what might happen to him at all times, and so on and so forth. She's like the crazy perfect stalker. But at the same time, she's lovable, sweet, affectionate, and very faithful to just Yuki, okay? When it comes to everyone else, you can forget about it. She don't give a shit about you. But Yuki tries to make her understand there's more to life than just killing someone, okay? And it folds out into an incredibly great story with a twist ending like none had ever seen before in anime. Crying out loud, when I watched this, I could not believe it. And then the OVA, the special OVA episode, holy crap, if you have not seen it, you've got to watch it. It was an amazing ending, how it should have really ended the series, okay? It's kind of like, it's the 27th episode of the series, because there's 26 episodes in all. But the series itself was fantastic. And we gotta send big props and thanks to Shizum Han Cosplay for recommending it to us. Wow! And if you want to see more of Yuno, okay, check out Shizum Han's Shizum Han's video down in the... I am so sorry, girl. Down in the description. Okay, we put the link down there in the description. She does a music video of Taylor Swift. It's a music video cover of sorts. Where she sings Taylor Swift's song, Blank Page, okay? But she is dressed as Yuno, okay, cosplaying Yuno. And at the same, it's so neat how she transitions from being the sweet and lovable Yuno to the whole dark and psychotic Yuno. It's an amazing transformation. You'll love the video. We loved it. And the show, I loved altogether. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're giving it the slamming 2 thumbs up, 10 out of 10, and high recommendations. You check it out for yourselves. Badass seal of approval all around. I loved how the right mix of action, the romance, the suspense, the killer instinct feel to it, and the mystery, and so on and so forth. It just all is in this anime, and it was perfectly well done. Well deserved a second season. I don't care how you slice it. Seriously, don't go there with that pun. But it deserves a second season. If Yuno and Yuki are now gods over the universe and stuff, controlling everything that happens in life and everything, it deserves more story to it, okay? More of a second season to it. And that's why we at the Adventurous Joe Show approve with the whole badass seal of approval. 2 thumbs up, which is our high recommendations, people, and a 10 out of 10. Fantastic job, nonetheless. And I'll tell you right now, unreal. Un-frickin' real. The anime just blows you away. And it's comical sense to it as well. It's funny, especially when Yuki gets caught with dirty magazines and Yuno's sitting there looking at him and stuff. And he says, "Don't look at that!" And it ends up flying and hits his mom in the face, and she grabs it and goes, "Huh, well, I'm wondering what's this doing here?" Like, oh shit. We've all been there, people. You don't want your mom finding out you got dirty magazines under your sheets or something. Yeah, we've all been there. Either way, that's it for our anime review for this week. Once again, if you want to check out Shizumheim cosplays, amazing Yuno transformation as she sings Taylor Swift's Blank Page. Link down in the video. Link for the video down in the description. Link down the video in the description. Ah! I'm killing myself today. The heat's really getting to me. Whew. Either way, that's it. Big congrats once again, and thanks from us here at the Adventurous Joe Show to our friend and cosplayer of the week for this year, Shizumheim Cosplay. Okay, now we're going to move on to our new cosplayer of the week for this week, and she has done an amazing job on every cosplay she does. Who is she? We're going to tell you next. Welcome everyone to this week's Cosplayer of the Week segment, brought to you by Nerd Block and the Adventurous Joe Show. Okay, this week's Cosplayer of the Week has done an amazing job with every cosplay she has ever done. And I'll tell you right now, everything she does is amazingly well done. Her signature cosplay of all things, I believe her name is Yuna? I can't remember, from the Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy, which one was that? Either way, I can't remember at this point. It also had what's her name in it as well, and a few others I can't remember names of anymore. Either way, it was she does an amazing job on everything, and she is this week's Cosplayer of the Week. Be sure to send big congrats to our Cosplayer of the Week for this week, Firecloak Cosplay. I believe that it's just Firecloak, but I just have Firecloak Cosplay in front of me, so go figure. Either way, send her big congrats. We're going to show you some of her amazing stuff right now. And also, she is our next inductee to the T.A.J.S. Cosplayers Hall of Fame class of 2015 for this year. End of this year, by the way, once again, we'll be holding the big induction ceremony where we bring all of our cosplayers of the week for this year, show you all their photos, and so on and so forth. And I gotta say, I loved how we did the 2013-2014 set. It did fantastic. Also, we have the Cosplayer Force page now set up. If you guys want to get in on it and stuff, let us know about your upcoming cons or anything like that. If you're a cosplayer of any kind, it does not matter if you're new to the scene, a pro to the scene, older from the scene, and so on and so forth. All cosplayers are welcome. All we ask in return is you show respect to everyone. It does not matter what their cosplay looks like, how bad it might have turned out or something. Show respect to everyone. That's all we ask. If you want to be a part of the Force, the Cosplayer Force, link is down in the description for the official Facebook page. Also, our Cosplayer of the Week for this week, all of her links are down in the description as well. If you want to follow her on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, it's in that description. Okay, now, check out some of her amazing works and enjoy. Okay, there you have it, people. Your Cosplayer of the Week for this week is Firecloak. And we want to send her big congrats once again. Bravo on all that she does. And we hope that she continues to do the great work that she's been doing with all of her cosplays. Okay, that's it for our show for this week. I have been your host, as always, the Adventurous Joe Joseph Michaels. That's me, none other. Also, we want to say thank you once again to our anime review for this week, or for our anime review for this week, to Shazumheim Cosplay. Also, big congrats once again to Dave Yang Photography. Keep up the great work. We love the photos. Everything you do is turning out perfectly, nonetheless. Also, last but not least, our Cosplayer of the Week, Firecloak. Congratulations, young woman. You have done a fantastic job on everything. We continue to follow progress on you and make sure you're, how your fans enjoy it and stuff like that. And be sure to send congrats to her on that, people. If you're a fan of hers and stuff, be sure to let her know it, okay? She does a fantastic job. And once again, no vulgar comments, people. Seriously, keep it clean. You don't need to talk like this just because they're cosplayers, and they're female cosplayers for that matter. They dress a little sexy or something like that. You do not have to sit there and degrade them by sitting there saying how you want to fap to them and all this other garbage. Oh, God. Makes me sick to my stomach, and my mouth gets this bad taste in it like every time I talk about it. Either way, that's it for our show for this week. Oh, and I want to send a huge congrats to Stella Chu. We just found out she's getting married. She just had her bridal bachelorette party, excuse me, at Disney. Was it Disney or Universal? I think it was all the above. Either way, we want to send her a big congrats. She's a fantastic cosplayer as well. I mean, come on, people. We get some incredibly great cosplayers on this show. Seriously. When they become Cosplayer of the Week, they are known to this show for life, okay? And even if they get in the cosplayer spotlight later on down the road or something like that, they're still remembered, for God's sake. We don't forget people that do fantastic work, okay? Either way, that's it. We're done for this week. Have a safe and happy weekend. Peace out. May the Force be with you. And may the power protect you all. We'll see you next week, folks. We've only got less than, well, you might as well say after this week's show, we've only got less than a week after we start next week's show. And then it's the series finale of the Adventurous Joe Show. That's it. After that, we'll be doing separate videos for everything. That means no more 40-minute show to sit through. No more cosplayers sitting there trying to get to that Cosplayer of the Week part as fast as they can. Hit that damn forward button. Bringing that forward button on. I mean, where's the forward button, people? Seriously. I've never saw one on this damn YouTube channel thing. Either way, that's it. We're done. We're going to see you all next week. And may the Force be with you. Later.
The people of Gotham need you. You will bring death to all who follow you.
Dark days are here, Batman. The prophecy has come true. From the ashes of Arkham City, the fires are raging, and Gotham is burning. I can see that same fire in your eyes. Before this night is through, that fire will consume you.